Lawsuit against a Beaumont officer. Hear both sides' claims regarding how he became paralyzed during a struggle.
Plus, a venue transforms into a Super Bowl fan experience in San Francisco. How families are getting amped up ahead of the Super Bowl Sunday.
And Southeast Texas celebrates the game with a Puppy Bowl, the Humane Society's big race filled with tail wags and touchdowns. 12 News Daybreak starts now. Good morning and wake up, Southeast Texas. Thanks for waking up with us here on 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
I'm Mark Armstrong. 7 o'clock right now. So let's go ahead and get a first look at your weather with meteorologist Jeff Gerber as we take a live look outside from our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Looks like we're heading towards a very pretty sunrise right there. Jeff, what do you have to say on this National Weather Person's Day?
Looking pretty good out there for this morning. It gets it right half the time. Anyway,
Yep.
temperatures are cold. Matter of fact, it's gotten even colder in Jasper. We just saw that camera from there. 28 degrees right now in Jasper. Everywhere else we're in the 30s. Port Arthur now has dropped back into the 30s at about 39. They were holding right at about 40. Right at the freezing mark in Beaumont at 32, 34 in Orange, 36 in Silsbee, as well as Woodville, and then 34 in Kirbyville. Outside, we'll take you down to Port Arthur. Clear skies out there this morning, light winds, so temperatures really been cooling off. This camera brought you my market basket, but once we get past this morning, we start to warm up. By noon, we'll be in the middle 50s, and then we'll see highs in the lower 60s for later on this afternoon with some sunny skies. So if you're like yesterday, I think you're like today, about the same temperature during the afternoon. We'll see a little bit of a northwesterly wind today. That changes out of the south tonight, and that means tomorrow we'll see highs in the 70s, and we'll see 70s through the weekend. We'll have that weekend forecast for you, the next 7 days forecast for you coming up in weather in just a bit.
All right, thank you so much, Jeff. 12 News is working to learn more about a 4-year-old who suffered extensive burns last night caused by hot water. Officials say it happened on San Bruno Street around 8:30 p.m. and the child was airlifted for treatment. We will keep you updated. In other news, Christopher Shaw has sued a Beaumont officer accusing him of using excessive force while he was being booked into the Jefferson County Jail in 2021.
Yeah, last year the U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Texas, they sided with the city of Beaumont in this case and dismissed that suit. It's now being appealed in New Orleans. And surveillance video of Shaw's arrest obtained 2 years later, you can see you can see him with several officers on him as they attempted to book him. He was initially arrested on a public intoxication charge, but he picked up a new charge of assaulting a peace officer for that struggle that ensued. Shaw, he pled guilty to that charge in 2023, but his lawyer argues that he was left paralyzed in that struggle when he was handcuffed, choked, and body slammed. Now, here's a small portion of the arguments made in federal court yesterday from both sides.
He acknowledged that Mr. Shaw committed assault. He admitted in his deposition he pled guilty and he committed assault. But that force still can be disproportionate as to the response.
He wasn't just raising his leg. He was violently resisting all the officers. It took 3 of them to take him down. You can see it from every angle in the video.
Now, according to the officer's lawyers, his injuries were due to an accidental fall caused by tangled feet and forward momentum, and they weren't deliberate. No word on when that federal judge will make a decision.
A Jefferson County grand jury has cleared 4 officers involved in 2 separate December shootings. The first happened on December 12th near 7th Street and I-10. Beaumont and Port Arthur police shot and killed 46-year-old Ray Vital of Beaumont after they say he fired at them several times. The second happened Christmas night on Diamond Street. Police say officers responded to a call about a man with a gun when they found Jordan Bassett armed and say he refused commands and charged at them. They fired, killing him. No officers will face charges in either case.
Christian Canales of Baytown is behind bars after a road rage shooting Sunday night in Chambers County. Deputies say that the victim reported being chased and shot at. Investigators recovered a bullet from their tire and used surveillance video to identify the suspect's vehicle. He was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. His bond set at $200,000. And a Beaumont man has been indicted for aggravated promotion of prostitution.
Police say an investigation uncovered an alleged prostitution ring involving several victims. They were called to an apartment complex on Maida Road last November where a woman reported being beaten, threatened with a gun, and forcibly tattooed. According to a probable cause affidavit, 26-year-old Kaylin Thornton forced several women into prostitution, posted explicit ads online, and took their money. He's bonded out of the Jefferson County Jail. Brookville ISD won't have class today due to illnesses, according to the district's Facebook page.
Yeah, officials are hoping that a longer weekend are going to allow for students and staff to get better. Now, their post says, quote, due to the high percentage of illnesses amongst students and staff, Brookville ISD is going to be closed on Thursday, February 5th. Hopefully this long weekend is going to allow time for the flu and other illnesses to pass. The day that we miss on Thursday today, it may have to be made up on a Friday at a later date. The school says that they're going to get notification out if this is the case, so stay safe and get well, they say.
Right now, thousands of families across Texas are applying for the new Education Freedom Accounts program. You may remember creating this program was a critical part of this last legislative session. It allows families to receive taxpayer dollars to send their children to private schools or educate them at home. The funds can be used for tuition and other education expenses like tutoring and textbooks.
8,000 applications. They were sent in just the first hour of the program opening yesterday. Now, if the number of applicants exceeds the $1 billion that state lawmakers set aside for the program, well, a lottery system will decide who's accepted.
Once we've gotten all the applications after March 17th, we will conduct a lottery that will prioritize students based on first students with disabilities, then the lowest income students, and then students from middle income households. And so the timing that you apply will have no bearing on that process.
Important to remember here, even if a student is accepted by the program, they still need to apply and be accepted by the private school. The deadline to apply is March 17th. Families are going to find out whether they got into the program sometime in early April. It's almost Super Bowl Sunday, but for those who aren't big sports fans, and even for those who are, there's also the Puppy Bowl.
And the Golden Triangle has its own version, all thanks to the Humane Society of Southeast Texas. The shelter is letting puppies take the field in an event packed with tail wags and touchdowns. Shelter Director Eddie Johnson says the goal is to have fun, bring awareness to shelter issues, and help these pups find forever homes like those two right there competing in the Puppy Bowl.
So Manhattan and McKinney, they came in as a stray litter from the community along with their sister. Their sister has since been adopted, but they're still awaiting their forever homes.
Coming up in the next half hour, 12 News reporter Derek Jones gives us a play-by-play of the big event.
And if you're a Super Bowl fan, well, San Francisco is the place to be right now. That's because a venue out there has been transformed into a huge fan experience ahead of Super Bowl Sunday. Jay Strubberg takes us there.
Well, the Super Bowl isn't until this Sunday when the Patriots take on the Seahawks in Santa Clara, but right now all of the action is in downtown San Francisco. I am at the Moscone Center, where it is buzzing with fans of all stripes, all ages, packing this place to do a lot of festivities before the game. Behind me, you see people kicking field goals. You can also do a 40-yard dash against a virtual NFL player. And if you don't want to move around, there's also plenty of time to do things like talk to players that may show up. You can also check out up close the top prize of them all for the NFL players, and that is the Vince Lombardi Trophy. It is an all things football display, and the NFL is kind of pitching this as a way to be a part of this Super Bowl experience, even if you can't afford that pricey ticket to make it in the front doors for the actual game. How are you feeling about your chances against the Patriots?
Oh my gosh, I have not been able to sleep for a week. I haven't slept down here. We've been here 2 days. We got this. It's revenge.
My wife brought me out here for my birthday, for one, so that was pretty cool.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate it. And I mean, Super Bowl is at the hometown, Niners fan, so even though we're not in it, still got to come.
Steve Young just signed his jersey. Valuable. Very valuable there.
Made my day. Made my day. Yeah.
What's your name?
Dylan.
Have you done anything yet here?
Yes.
What did you like to do? What were you good at?
I jumped into the foam pit.
You jumped into the foam pit. Was that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Cute story there. Well, coming up next here on 12 News Plus, we're speaking to the leaders at Bingman Head Start in Beaumont as they join us in studio for a preview of this weekend's Popping Into Pre-K registration fair, plus bad plane etiquette and getting trapped in a car wash. See the viral videos coming up in your trending news. And finally, as we head to break this Black History Month, we are honoring trailblazing track star Barbara Jackett. She was the second African-American woman to become the Olympic head coach for the U.S. in 1992. She was a standout athlete at Lincoln High in Port Arthur and excelled at Tuskegee, and later launched the women's track program at Prairie View A&M. The Port Arthur Park is named in her honor.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers, to the people working day after day keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards, every month on 12 News.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Welcome back, parents and students. Get ready to pop into a brand new school journey this weekend. Bingman Head Start, they are helping families take the first exciting step toward early learning with its Popping into Pre-K registration fair kickoff. And in studio this morning is Dr. Alicia Doss, the social service coordinator at Bingman Head Start. She is here to tell us all what families need to do to ensure an easy process. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Head Start, super important in our community. You can't stress enough how important pre-K is for students. First of all, tell us a little bit about the program. I think when people think pre-K, they think like daycare or something like that.
No, it's not daycare. We accept pre-K3 and pre-K4 students. There is a curriculum that is done with the students. So it's like a mini version of starting school in kindergarten and first grade. So we start early with them at pre-K3. So they have a strict program. They receive breakfast, lunch, and also academics.
So we're talking about nutritious food, we're talking about activities. I am sure there's some sort of emotional learning and things like that too. Tell us, I mean, what all does Head Start provide?
So Head Start provides for the whole family. It's not just about the academics. We also work with our families if they need resources in the communities and support. So that is what Head Start is about.
Okay. The event's called Popping into Pre-K. What inspired this theme, and you know, what's the message for families?
Popping into Pre-K, because there is paperwork that has to be done. We want the families to understand that this is a fun environment, and they just popping in, turning in their paperwork, and meeting with their family workers.
Where are you guys doing this at? at?
It's going to be at Beingman in the back in our social service building, which is located right behind the school.
Registration fair, that's kind of like a one-stop shop, right?
Yes.
So it's nice and easy. Explain that process.
Yes. So you will need to pre-register by going ahead and scanning the QR code or going to the BISD website and locating Beingman Head Start. You will fill out the application and then you would come on over to our registration fair on Saturday.
Several documents that you should be bringing to this as well, is that correct?
Yes, if you can make sure to bring your driver's license, the child's social security card, birth certificate, and also proof of income and residency. Unfortunately, if you do not have all the documents, it's okay. We give you an opportunity to come back with those.
So it's kind of getting your foot in the door.
Yes.
Now there's limited space, of course. I'm sure there's a lot of demand, so probably it's not best to wait till the fall semester begins.
No, we can only register 510 kids, but we do have returning students. So our pre-K 3 are going to be our pre-K 4 next year. So you need to make sure that you get in as early as possible.
I was looking up some benefits of quality pre-K, how important it is, and just a couple of stats I found. If you get quality pre-K as a child, you're 40% less likely to grow up and commit crimes. You are 15 to 20% less likely to have to repeat a grade when you get into school, and your return on investment, you're going to be making 7 to 10% more every year in annual income or health benefits and things like that. So, I mean, pre-K is so important, and like we say, this is not daycare.
No.
I mean, this is all around. I mean, how would you really explain it to someone?
So when you're coming to pre-K, you're setting that foundation. You're helping the children understand the value of academics, but you're also providing that support for the families. So once you get the buy-in from the parents or grandparents or whomever is raising that child, that helps them to matriculate through school.
Let's talk about this event one more time here. Where's it happening? When's it happening? And what should families expect when they show up?
Okay, so the event will be at Beingman Head Start in the social service building, which is located directly behind the school. Make sure that you do pre-register before you come to the event by scanning a QR code or going onto the BISD website. What you can expect is to come in, meet with your family workers. Please bring in the documents, your ID, social security card for the child, birth certificate, proof of residency, and proof of income.
And even if you don't have everything with you all together in that moment, come on in and get that process started anyways. And we just had that QR code that was up there on the screen. You can check it all out on our website as well, 12newsnow.com. We're going to have this interview and all that information again. Any final message for the parents as we head out on this interview?
Nope, just come on and pop in the pre-K.
Dr. Doss, we appreciate you this morning. Beingman Head Start, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Grab the jacket out there this morning, or the coat. Temperatures right now in the 30s and even showing 28 degrees right now in Jasper. 39 in Port Arthur, right at the freezing mark here in Beaumont at 32, 34 in Orange. Also Kirbyville's at 34, 36 right now towards Silsbee, and we're looking at 35 in Woodville. Clear skies across the area. We're seeing just blue skies as the sun's coming up on this Thursday morning. That's right, Thursday. Here's the view from the Horseman's Western Store as traffic looks pretty quiet out there in Orange. A Roofing 911 live Skycam network currently showing 38 degrees in Orange, humidity 84%, and winds are light, just a north wind at about 1 mile per hour. High pressure building in, so that's clearing out the skies. Not going to see any rain not only today, but through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It looks like early next week we'll see a dry weather pattern overhead. Today, tomorrow, we'll see lots of sunshine. Tomorrow, not quite as cold in the morning. We'll drop into the 40s, but not the 30s and 20s like we're seeing out there right now. So our futurecast takes us from the 30s all the way up into the upper 40s by 10 o'clock. And then as we head towards lunchtime, we'll be working our way through the 50s up to the lower 60s for later on this afternoon, right around about 62 to maybe 64 for highs this afternoon. Winds will start to change a little bit more out of the southwest as we head late in the day into tonight, and that should keep our temperatures back into the 40s as we head towards tomorrow morning. So chilly start on Friday, but we're not really going to get as cold as we were for this morning. We should stay there into the 40s. So a forecast for today, lots of sunshine, northwesterly winds at 5 to 10. Temperatures anywhere from around 61 to maybe about 64. So looking not too bad this afternoon. Temperatures pretty close to where we were yesterday, into the lower 60s. Our normal high for this time of year, right around about 64, 65. As we head towards tonight, temperatures going to be falling back into those middle to lower 40s. Clear skies overhead with southwesterly winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Our 7-day forecast shows from 60s today to 70s tomorrow, and we'll see 70s all the way through Wednesday of next week. So looking like a great forecast this weekend, especially if you have afternoon plans. The mornings will be a bit chilly, but the afternoons look great into the lower 70s. Our next chance of rain comes in Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, and at this point, we're not going to go with a very high rain chance there. About 20, maybe 30% for Tuesday, late in the day into early on Wednesday. But overall, I think it's not a bad 7-day forecast for the middle of winter.
I approve.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, big thumbs up. Did you just do this because it's National Weather Forecasters Day?
He's saying it wrong on
Yeah,
purpose,
now. Just to get a reaction.
No, I would have done this anyway.
Okay.
Why you look at me
Even
like
though
that?
I haven't gotten any gifts from you all yet,
That is
I
how
would have done it anyway.
dedicated Jeff Gerber is to this profession. We appreciate you, Jeff.
I got something to say to that after the break.
Thank you, Jeff, here on National Weather Person's Day. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar by going to the radar tab in the app. 7:20 right now. Let's do some trending news here on 12 News Plus. And a woman's unpleasant experience on her flight is sparking some online discussion about plane etiquette. What else?
I know a TikTok user shared a video online of her waiting for her flight to take off, and it has since gone viral. The couple next to her thought it was a good idea to peel and eat 2 dozen hard-boiled eggs and some freshly steamed broccoli. She says she had to smell it for a 16-hour flight. The comment section was full of people criticizing the move, questioning how they thought it was appropriate. Probably the same type of people who don't return their carts after shopping.
Or who think it's okay to microwave fish at the office.
Well, but look, that concoction you be eating in the morning, Mark.
It smells good.
Sure.
Smells good.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad I get to sit next to Tia, that's all.
All right. Speaking of bad experiences, this next viral story sounds like something out of a Final Destination movie.
Yeah, it's because a woman who stopped for a quick car wash, she got stuck inside. Take a look. Felicia Sullivan, who lives in Pennsylvania, she was trapped for nearly an hour inside of a fully automated car wash. She recorded the whole ordeal, saying that the doors wouldn't open and no workers were around to help. At least it looked like she wasn't getting sprayed the whole time. You know, I would probably just push the accelerator and drive on through that door.
You know, that is a fear of mine when I go through car washes.
Sure.
I always think about not necessarily getting stuck, but you know, what if something goes wrong?
Yeah, no, exactly. And how do you get out? Hopefully you got cell phone reception in there and whatnot.
You feel me?
Yeah, no. I'm scared already thinking about it. All right, check out this viral video out of Van Nuys, California.
It happened Tuesday. Something you don't see every day. A car lifted off the ground by the power of water gushing from a hydrant. The car here seems to have been clipped by another vehicle, which knocked it into the hydrant. It's not clear which one was at fault, and no one was hurt. Can you imagine? At least nobody was, I'm assuming, in the car, though.
That's amazing, though. I mean, it doesn't have an engine in the back. Front-wheel drive, I think, makes it lighter in the back as well. But still, for it to be lifted off the ground with a geyser of water, that's crazy.
You imagine walking outside from going somewhere and you just see your car flipped up like that?
I'd go back to sleep. Start over tomorrow.
All right, rodeo season, it's right around the corner. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. And if you are still searching for the perfect Rodeo Houston outfit, well, Whataburger has you covered. I bet they do. Let's see this one. Oh, that's not bad. The Texas staple has teamed up with Western brands Wrangler, and I'm going to say this one wrong, and Sendero to launch a line of rodeo-ready apparel, from t-shirts and hats to denim jackets and button-downs. The What a Fit collection is available now on Whataburger's website. Looks good.
That's so Texas. I like it. All right, 7:23. Jeff, he's going to be back with that forecast.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business. Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/goldenapple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards, every month on 12 News.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m., keeping you informed on what matters most.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
It's cold at the bus stop this morning. Temperatures drop back down into the 30s, so you'll need the coat out there. Won't need the coat as we head towards the afternoon. On the way home, we'll see temperatures back up into the lower 60s with lots of sunshine. Coastal marine forecast for today, calling for a northwesterly wind about 10 to 15 knots, seas about 1 to 2 feet. Look for a light chop on the inland lakes and bays. Right now at Texas Point, we're seeing a north wind at 8 to 10. Water temperatures there in the upper 50s. Only that one high tide at 5:46. Sunrise, we passed that at 7:03 this morning. Our sunset for tonight will be at 5:57. Look for tonight's temperatures, not quite as cold, will be in the 40s. And then 70s starting tomorrow through the weekend. We'll have a complete look at your 7-day forecast coming up here in just a little bit.
Well, coming up on Daybreak here on 12 News Plus, an appeals hearing is held in Christopher Shaw's lawsuit against a Beaumont officer. Hear both sides as their claims regarding how he became paralyzed during a struggle.
Plus, social media ad scams leave customers on the hook, while the problem affecting more and more young people isn't going away.
And Southeast Texas celebrates ahead of Super Bowl Sunday with a Puppy Bowl, the Humane Society's big race filled with tail wags and touchdowns.
Time right now, 7:27 on your Friday, Junior. Nice view of Beaumont from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. It is 7:30 right now. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. A Sarah Lake man faces new charges after a long-running investigation. A Hardin County grand jury has indicted Christopher Riviere on 1 count of sexual assault and 4 counts of possessing child pornography. Investigators say more than 1,500 images were found. He was arrested yesterday and is in the Hardin County Jail. Officials say more charges are expected.
The Newton County Sheriff's Office has arrested the last suspect in a deadly conduct incident in Kirbyville. 24-year-old Devontae Spikes had been on the run since February 2nd after police say that he and 3 others threatened someone with guns. He was taken into custody without incident to the Jasper County Jail and was booked on several warrants.
J.B. Arrington, the longtime owner of J.B.'s Barbecue and Orange, has passed away. He was 100 years old. The restaurant closed last year when he retired at the age of 99. He was also an agriculture teacher at West Orange Stark High and a local rancher. Switching gears now to take a look outside from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. Almost looking like a ghost town there from our view in Orange. Couple of cars moving, you can see. Jeff Gerber has the forecast.
And it's a cold start on this Thursday morning. We were expecting lows in the 30s, and that's what we're getting right now. 39 in Port Arthur, then we drop all the way back to freezing in Orange at 32, 33 in Beaumont, then 35 in Silsbee. We're at 33 right now in Kirbyville, 35 in Woodville, and then Jasper showing a very cold 28 degrees. Look over towards Houston, they're at 40, and then Lake Charles currently at about 36 degrees. We'll take you outside, outside our 12 News studio here. Blue skies across the area as the sun's coming up on this Thursday morning. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. See traffic starting to pick up this morning as folks getting on their way into work and school. Temperatures are going to be chilly through about 9 a.m. We'll be in the middle 40s then, and then we jump to the middle 50s by noon, and then we're expecting highs to reach up into the lower 60s tomorrow or today, like we did yesterday, and then tomorrow we're looking for highs in the 70s. So it's going to be a really nice Friday into your weekend. We'll show you that coming up in our 7-day forecast.
Well, Christopher Shaw has sued a Beaumont police officer in an appeal in federal court, accusing him of using excessive force while he was being booked into the Jefferson County Jail back in 2021.
Last year, the U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Texas, sided with the city of Beaumont and dismissed the suit. And surveillance video of Shaw's arrest obtained 2 years later, you can see him with several officers on him as they attempted to book him. He was initially arrested on a public intoxication charge, but picked up a new charge of assaulting a peace officer for the struggle that ensued. Shaw pled guilty to that charge in 2023, but his lawyer argues he was left paralyzed when he was handcuffed, choked, and body slammed. Here's a small portion of the arguments made in court yesterday from both sides.
He acknowledged that Mr. Shaw committed assault. He admitted in his deposition he pled guilty and he committed assault, but that force still can be disproportionate as to the response.
He wasn't just raising his leg, he was violently resisting all the officers. It took 3 of them to take him down. You can see it from every angle in the video.
According to the officer's lawyers, his injuries were due to an accidental fall caused by tangled feet and forward momentum and weren't deliberate. No word on when a judge will make a decision.
A Jefferson County grand jury has cleared 4 officers involved in 2 separate December shootings. Now, that first shooting had happened on December 12th near 7th Street and I-10. Beaumont and Port Arthur police, they shot and killed 46-year-old Ray Vital of Beaumont after they say that he fired at them several times. That second shooting happened Christmas night on Diamond Street in Beaumont. Police officers say that they responded to a call about a man with a gun. When they found Jordan Bassett armed and say that he refused commands and charged at them, they fired, killing him. No officers will face charges in either case.
If you're on social media, we have a warning that easy money or rapid weight loss ad in your feed could be a scam. A recent Reuters investigation alleges that Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has earned billions from fraudulent ads. It's leaving consumers on the hook, including an increasing number of young people.
Yeah, as Consumer Reports explains, the problem isn't going away.
Thomas in Utah had his credit card information stolen after buying but never receiving a product advertised on Instagram. The items Teresa from Nebraska bought through a Facebook ad were not at all like the ones in their photos. Consumer Reports says stories like these submitted to its website are becoming more common.
People reached out to us, yeah, I saw this ad on Facebook, seemed too good to be true, and guess what? It was.
Reuters says its investigation found that a large number of ads on Meta's social media sites were scams served up by users to Meta's algorithm.
We always knew there were some fraudulent ads there, but they did a deep dive and said that up to 10% of the company's global revenue was coming for ads for scams or for other illegal activity.
According to Reuters, Meta was aware of the problem but undercut efforts to stop it while projecting roughly $16 billion in earnings from scam ads. In a statement to Consumer Reports, Meta said, quote, "We aggressively fight fraud and scams," end quote, and said the documents Reuters relied on, quote, "present a selective view that distorts Meta's approach to fraud," end quote. In response to claims that 10% of its revenue was generated by scam ads, Meta says, quote, "that number was based on a rough estimate, and subsequent audits found many of the ads were not violating its terms and conditions," end quote. Short of swearing off social media altogether, Consumer Reports says there are steps families can take. Be skeptical, treat ads for unbelievable deals with extreme caution, and if an ad looks suspicious, report it.
Well, we are just 3 days away from Super Bowl Sunday, but for those who aren't big sports fans, and even those who are, there's always the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, and the Golden Triangle has its own version, all thanks to the Humane Society of Southeast Texas. 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he was there for this year's big, adorable race. Check it out.
We're here at the Southeast Texas Humane Society, and ahead of the Super Bowl, we're having our very own Puppy Bowl right here, right now. We have McKinney, who's going to be representing the Seattle Seahawks, and Manhattan with the New England Patriots. I hope you guys are ready. They're ready to get started. Let's go ahead and get them lined up, everybody. All right. Looks like Manhattan's already ready to go. He's ready to go ahead with a head start. McKinney's already stretching. All right. Looks like they're ready. We'll get them ready in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, it looks like McKinney and Manhattan are already stealing each other's treats right here. Looks like Manhattan might be the first one to get to the treat bowl and score a touchdown. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it looks like McKinney got it first. Looks like McKinney got it first. So the Seattle Seahawks actually has won. And now I am here with Mr. Johnson. And Mr. Johnson, could you tell me a little bit about the dogs that are here?
Yeah, so Manhattan and McKinney, they came in as a stray litter from the community along with their sister. Their sister has since been adopted, but they're still awaiting their forever homes.
Gotcha. And then with that being said, when are you expecting for these dogs to get adopted? Or what are you hoping the families they go to?
Yeah, we're hoping a really loving family. They're great with other cats, dogs. They're kid-friendly, so a family that's got a lot of kids and a lot of activity. So these are both high-energy dogs, being terrier mixes, so they need a lot of activity.
Gotcha. And then what are the hours that someone could come by to the shelter and adopt them?
So we're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 4:30. Sundays we're open 12 to 4. The only day we're closed is Monday.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson.
Thank y'all.
So if you guys are looking for something, go ahead and shout out to McKinney for winning the Puppy Bowl here on 12 News.
All right, so who do you guys have for the Super Bowl winning after that prediction?
Well, Seahawks, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the way to go on that one. That was kind of who I was leaning towards anyways, of course, but it's good to see that the puppies confirmed it.
Gotcha. Are you guys going to watch the Super Bowl this Sunday?
No, I'm going to go to bed.
I don't even know if I will, to be honest. Y'all know I'm not a sports person, so.
I like the commercials, but
I'm going to try.
You gonna try?
I'm going to try. You know, I'm hoping McKinney's prediction is right. He won by a hair, so I'm hoping and assuming it's going to be a very close game.
Make it a good
game.
Let's see.
All right, thank you, Derek. And
409 Sports, brought to you by Golden Triangle Emergency Center, Orange.
Well, sticking with sports, yesterday was National Signing Day, and Lamar University, they cleaned up, adding more talent from the portal to the football field.
High school athletes from across the 409 signed their names on the dotted line as well. After their first winning season in school history, the Beaumont United Timberwolves have 6 athletes heading to the next level. We caught up with them to find out why they chose the schools they did.
I feel like it fits for me. It's the best, got the best program. I think that helped me for my future career, and it's a lot of opportunities.
It's just a great atmosphere, the coaches, the friends and family, and you know, like the coaches said up there, they make you feel like home, and that's why I picked that school.
Honestly, it felt like the best place for me in my future. Like I could have went other places, but I feel like this is the best place for me to bet on myself, on my future life experiences, and work hard and be dedicated to something. I feel like I just fit well with the team, the coaches, the players, and the system. I just really like the school.
I just like the way that they run their program over there. The coaches are very young. You know, they can relate to the players, it's just a better connection, a real good connection over there.
Timberwolves' Ashton Henry and Kevin Thomas both say it's the coaching that attracted them to their colleges of choice.
I just feel like it was the best choice for me. It fit the program. I fit the program. The coaches like me. And I just based the coaches off like this program off Coach Dre. I like Coach Razoo. I compared Coach Razoo as Coach Dre. He got the energy as Coach Dre came into the program. He changed ETBU program around. Coach Dre changed our program around. I just feel like it'll be the best fit for me.
It had a very great coaching staff, and it was like it just felt like home when I went there. The coaches, they really loved me and stuff, so I had to go there.
Congratulations to all of those young men and good luck to you. And out at Newton High School, 4 students signed their letters of intent. Rosalind Spikes signed with Dallas Christian College to play volleyball. Braylon Patterson is headed to ETBU for football and track. Kathleen Hunter will attend Kilgore Junior College to play football. And DeBoris Joyce Jr. is going to Lafayette College. He'll be playing football as well. Congrats to all of those student athletes. In the college ranks, Lamar head football coach Pete Rosamondo added 29 players to his team, including 23 from the transfer portal. He says he's looking forward to getting to work.
I read all the rankings. It really doesn't matter, but I know that we did really well in the portal, and we did really good with the high school guys that we got, especially some of the local guys. Obviously, we already talked about the early signees, but some of the later guys we did really good with. So excited about working with the guys that are here already, and we've been with them for 2 weeks, and I really feel like we got a very talented and really a lot of good fits for our football team.
The Cardinals will open their season at home on August 29th against Abilene Christian. Go Big Red. Coming up, a look at the food that's fueling this year's athletes at the 2026 Olympic Games. But first, it's National Weather Person's Day, how the holiday started as we celebrate our very own 12 News meteorologist.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
Are you at the mercy of your bladder? If leaks are keeping you from living your best life, you should know that it doesn't have to be that way. Incontinence can be treated. Don't wait to get the help you deserve. The National Association for Continence is a nonprofit organization that's helped millions get on the path to a life without leaks. Visit nafc.org now to download your free pelvic floor muscle training kit and become the boss of your bladder.
All right, today it's National Weather Person's Day and the banks are still open. Hallmark doesn't acknowledge it, but we sure do here at 12 News. Meteorology is the only profession where Mother Nature is literally the boss, and yet she never sends a memo. The holiday traces back to 1744, the birthday of John Jeffries, one of America's first weather observers. He kept daily records in Boston starting in 1774 and later made the first weather balloon observation in London. So on this National Weather Person's Day, we honor our 12 News Weather Impact team. Every one of them worked so hard, rain or shine, and I see firsthand how Jeff Gerber works so hard. Though he may work my nerves at times, he also worked that payroll. He works for that money, right, Jeff?
We try. We try to get everybody the information they need so they can get out the door in the morning and get wherever they need to go. And we try to put up with Tia as much as we can. That's probably the hardest part of the job. But anyway, let's take a look at what's going on out there. And clear skies this morning. This is one of those mornings where you don't work a lot because it's pretty quiet. You can see blue skies across the area. Here's a look up in Jasper. This camera brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. You'll need the coat this morning. Temperatures are falling back down into the 30s right now, even 28 right now in Jasper, 35 in Woodville and Silsbee, 34 now in Beaumont and Orange, 33 in Kirbyville, and then Port Arthur at 39. So make sure those little ones, if they haven't headed off to school, make sure they have on the coat before they walk out the door. High pressure means a quiet forecast not only today but through your weekend. We don't have any problems as far as any active weather, rain or anything like that. We will see some chilly temperatures the next couple of mornings, but nothing like this morning where it's been cold with those numbers back down into the 30s. We'll work our way out of the 30s into the middle 40s as we head towards 10 o'clock, maybe some upper 40s there, and then we'll be pushing up into the middle 50s as we head towards lunchtime. From there, we'll go up into the 60s like we did yesterday. Yesterday we officially reached, I think, 64. Today around 63, 64. So we'll be about where we were yesterday. Nice thing is that after today, we'll see a big jump in temperatures. We go from middle to lower 60s today to middle to lower 70s as we head towards your Friday and through the weekend. So that's going to be very nice, especially during the afternoons. This evening we'll start off in the 50s, but then we'll drop back to the 40s. We also see our wind start to shift out of the southwest, so that should keep us in the 40s tomorrow morning. We won't see 30s again, but lots of lower 40s for the start on your Friday. For today's forecast, lots of sunshine, northwesterly winds at 5 to 10, and highs, like I said, up there into the lower 60s. For tonight, middle to lower 40s around the triangle, and a lot of lower 40s once you get north of I-10 up in towards the lake. So it's going to be a chilly start tomorrow, not as quite as cold though this morning, with a little bit of a southwesterly wind. 7-day forecast shows 70s tomorrow and all the way through your weekend and into the middle of next week. Anywhere from about 72 to 75. Looks like a good string of some nice afternoons. We do start to see rain chances come back into play Tuesday and Wednesday, but at this point, we'll keep those rain coverages pretty low, 20%, maybe a couple isolated showers towards the middle part of the next week. Overall, though, looking great. A lot of Mardi Gras celebrations over the weekend, and folks are going to be enjoying those with the nice weather out there.
Laissez-les bon ton rouler. Almost said it. Almost said it.
He was so close.
So close. The confidence.
And the face he made while trying to get it out. Like, Mark.
That's why I did it off camera.
Right. Yeah. Jeff had hope in you. He was looking like.
He did. He was like, it's almost the. Jeff's been working. He's been teaching me this phrase all year. Oh, so much confidence. It was great. That was great. That's for the reels right there. All right.
Check out the damage on this property in Liberty County after Tuesday night severe weather. The National Weather Service confirms 2 tornadoes touched down there. The agency evaluated the damage to determine wind strengths and the direction the debris was blown and say both had EF1 ratings.
So in this area, you can see we actually have a lot of debris that is going more towards probably going towards the northeast direction, but they have some of our damage that is actually going towards like the southwest. So that tells us that there was rotation in the area depending on where the damage has fallen.
One tornado damaged trees, power lines, and fences and had peak winds of 80 miles an hour. The other had 85-mile-an-hour winds and was on the ground for just under 2 miles. 7 months ago, major flooding devastated Central Texas, and since then, the focus has been on rebuilding.
Yeah, yesterday, our parent company, TEGNA, they announced $220,000 in grants from your donations to 3 nonprofits leading the recovery. Now, this is the second round of grants from our TEGNA Texas Flood Relief Fund that raised more than $1 million, and we are honored to award $100,000 to Kerr Habitat for Humanity, $70,000 to the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country, and $50,000 to the Kerr Economic Development Corporation's Kerr Together Fund. The Kerr EDC is going to use the money to support its Disaster Recovery Center, its unified hub for organizations, and for providing direct relief to residents and businesses.
The mayor of Kerrville has said this is our ministry. So we move forward and we move swiftly. Just feel truly blessed to have supporters like your organization helping us and thinking of us. That is just the blessing itself. Continue being on the front of mind and in the prayers of the state of Texas and all over the country.
For more information about how your donations are helping with flood recovery, visit our website, 12newsnow.com. Well, Olympic organizers, they are focusing on meals that fuel athletes' performances.
They're also learning from criticism at Paris 2024. In Paris, delegations complained about food quantity and quality, prompting last-minute changes after issues with eggs and limited protein options. About 2,900 athletes from 92 countries are arriving in Italy for the games. This year's menu design took about a year, ensuring athletes have enough protein and nutrition to support peak performance. Some already reacted to the meals in the Milan village.
It's like there's not that many options, and all the options are pretty overcooked because they're using it for the lunch and the evenings.
Of course, it's no Michelin star restaurant, but I find it quite adequate.
It's really good. I have to gain more weight, so I have to eat a lot. Pasta, some croissants for breakfast and pancakes, and yeah, I'm waiting now for the lunch and then dinner.
The Milan village will serve up to 4,500 meals daily and nearly 4,000 in Cortina. You can watch the 2026 Winter Games right here on NBC 12. Opening ceremony is tomorrow. And before we head to break, a fun local history fact during Black History Month. Dolores Bobby Prince was the first African-American mayor of Port Arthur, serving from 2007 to 2016. She played a crucial role in the city's recovery after Hurricanes Rita, Ike, and Umberto, and helped rebuild Port Arthur's infrastructure and economy. She left a lasting impact on the city's growth and resilience.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
To the spot welders and forklift drivers, to the pipeline technicians and plant operators, to the chemists, custodians, and contractors, and the engineers, pilots, and wellhead pumpers, to the people working day after day keeping our Power City rolling, 12 News is telling your stories.
Extended the temporary restraining order.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue, filtering out rumors, and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers.
Taking on the story from all sides and all angles with award-winning coverage.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
This is a tornado on the ground.
And the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
All right, welcome back to Daybreak, 7:54 right now. It's time for your morning rush out.
Here's everything you need to know as you start your day. Mauriceville ISD won't have classes today due to illnesses, according to its Facebook page. Officials hope a longer weekend will allow students and staff to get better. They say students might have to make the day up later on a Friday, but they'll notify parents if that's the case.
A federal appeals hearing was held yesterday in Christopher Shaw's lawsuit against a Beaumont officer who's accused of using excessive force while booking Shaw into the Jefferson County Jail back in 2021. Shaw's lawyer says that he was paralyzed when he was handcuffed and body slammed. The officer's attorney says that it was actually due to tangled feet and forward momentum. No word yet on when a judge is going to make a decision.
4 officers have been cleared in 2 separate December shootings. In the first, on December 12th, police shot and killed 46-year-old Ray Vital after they say he fired at them several times. The second happened on Christmas night. Police shot and killed Jordan Bassett when they responded to a call and found him armed. They say he refused commands and charged at them.
It's a cold start this morning, temperatures in the 30s, so if you haven't left out the door, you're looking at temperatures right now anywhere from middle to lower 30s. Bundle up. 63 for a high today, then 73 tomorrow, and those 70s will stick around through at least the middle of next week. Some chilly mornings, but overall looking like a pretty good forecast through your weekend, and then maybe a few showers Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Oh, check this out. The Beaumont Police Department had some visitors this week. A group of preschoolers and their siblings from the Grace Homeschool Co-op. Officer Cesar Beate, he spoke with them about what it takes to be a police officer. He also gave them an exciting tour of the BPD Museum. Looks like all the kids had a lot of fun. Very cute.
Yeah, great opportunity for them there.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for watching Daybreak here on 12 News Plus.
We'll be back at 11 a.m. for midday.
Have a great day, everybody.